Odumankuma, 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 Sasia, Mami, and Sunny. Sasia, Mami, and Sunny. Sasia, Mami, and Sunny. Sasia, Mami, and Sunny. Esi, Ajo, Apene, Auku, Yao, Efi, Amen. Tomorrow will be mountain, I don't want to see. Tomorrow will Ghana woman, you don't want to see. A sure to me, I don't want to see. You sum to me, you saw that, I see. No to me, I don't want to see. Sassy to me, I don't want to see. Judge Gassy to me, I don't want to see. To me, wait, and way she, I don't want to see. To my wabwa, my baby man, or Jenna baby man, or a fanet and pay free, I don't want to see. You're not animal when you won't baby alcohol, you don't want to see. Yes, of pain and nochi, you don't want to see. Too much young which she na too my wabwa, a mabel drum pemp and drum medri na me don't want to see. Now hima, now of a jahima, now of a jahima, now of a jahima. The sunny. Nana frama, sunny, nana frama, saying, nana frama, sunny. Miss Rowe, there by your BBR or shame be accuracy. Or Bobwa, the Jumezia quitchi. May any anoma. O woman, amani na. Obo hunde na kware ewo fie na obo twana mon da oba ba fie oba ba hwe wanchi wa ba hwe won nanano dama ye na ye bobom ni yezi ya nanano munyi ono ntina ye melanated truth dwumazi ti yesero won kan ye ho yesero won bo on ye bibia anko ye prayer obi bia o hwe ye bia onye nhira obi bia o kan ye ho sampan na onye nhira obi bia o zi yenzin kwachi bia onye nhira obi bia o kam ho oboa medwumezi we kodru pependo we kodru bia yeshira yesede de nyina yeshiema wontum wonka ye ho wontum zi ye nachi wontum zi we ye nim maye na adoye ntan ye mu da eyi na mesre e won paye mu eyi na mi ya pai na nananu me ya fom kwan won kire en kwan me ya ye won ya won kire Mode yenyim no wombu yakwan de yeboduru ho. Yesre. Mami yan yoda, mami yan ban yo. Awona wa bu etu apeti, wa gba apeti, wa mana amani na mom wan yo. Wonzi wonanyim, won fon bra fie. Ye hiema ezinda sekesa mo wonizim. Yi na mesro won payim. Amen. 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 Akwaba. I welcome every single one of you to the Melanated Truth. This is indeed our spiritual grounds. This is Spirit Friday, and you know I love spirituality because everything that we are the things that are basically happening in the realms of the spirit, and I get excited every time we get opportunity to come your way with Spirit Friday. Before I go any further, I want to say this: spirituality is what you do. Spirituality is a lifestyle. It's what you do every single day. Spirituality is not something you leave, you go and do whatever you want to do and come back to it. No, spirituality is basically what is happening to you every single day. Last week I gave an announcement about the empty container and about moving towards the vessel. I don't know if you tried it. I mean, you're watching, and I know you'll be honest and say, no, I never tried it. And if you tried it, I know you'll be honest and say, oh, I did try it. I mean, I got comments. I had comments on the page saying that they tried it and they experienced it and blessed everyone. You know what? Let me quickly do this. Two people sent a message. Malakia said, well done. I do sometimes like this, but I use a garbage can. Yes, I can feel the difference. Thank you. Yes, I can. So that's a message from Malakia. And I think Eunice Yates also tried. Our sister Eunice Yates also tried and said, wow, this is amazing. It worked. I felt it. It's very strong. So this is a message. I know a lot of you didn't really leave a message or tried it, but I want to do this right quick. I want to take this opportunity also to big thank you to my sister, Joan Mendoza. Also to Angela Presley. I hope I say the names right. Please don't fight me on names. Angela Presley. Also to Banana Rama. Also to Jataba, say thank you. I say thank you. Also to Sister Amani, I say thank you. Or Malakia, I say thank you. Also to Maria Peters, I say thank you. Also to Annette Yorson, I say thank you. And everybody else that keeps commenting and leaving comments. Listen, you guys are the reason why this is working. You guys are always leaving comments. You guys are always commenting, liking the videos and all of that. And I am so thankful that I have you, because you are making what we are doing here a success. And bless you. But that being said, I really want you to try these spiritual exercises in your house. You don't have to be afraid of anything. Listen, what's the worst can happen? What's the worst that can happen? You are in your house, you are trying something by yourself. If you start trying it and you feel like I don't like this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to have anything to do with this, you can stop right there in your tracks. That's just about it. But I think it's only fair that we both grow and develop our spirituality, so that we can protect ourselves, we can protect our families, so that our senses can be heightened, for us to not ever find ourselves in danger, ever find ourselves in the wrong relationships and what have you. Listen, spirituality is what you must have. You cannot live on the face of the earth and just walk dead. There are a lot of people walking dead. There are a lot of walking dead people across the face of the earth. And it's sad. Sometimes when you see the things that are happening in the spirit and the people that feel they know what's up, but when you check their spirituality, they are just walking dead. It's sad. That is why I come your way every Friday to give you spiritual information, things that you can do to uplift your spirituality, to grow, to increase spiritually. This is why Spiritual Friday is here. This is why I do Spiritual Friday, and I do it for you. I don't want to talk much. Let's go straight into today's session or today's lesson. I want to say this: the impact of your spirit is stronger on your body than it is of your body to the spirit. What is in between the two is your soul. So your soul is constantly hanging in between the two, because your body is influencing your soul, and your spirit can also influence your soul. So you see how I said it? Your body is constantly influencing your soul, and your spirit is also influencing your soul. What we call soul in the Akan language is kra, and what we call spirit is sunsum. So your kra, your soul, and your sunsum is constantly working together, or constantly desires to work together. What we call the body is wunipedia. Your nipedia, your sunsum, and your kra. These three are the things that comes together to make the human being. Your body is constantly trying to detect for your soul what the soul should do. The soul is you, is your consciousness, is your awareness. That is your soul. Your spirit is that which came down from the Creator, the breath, the creative force itself. They all make up you, make up who you are, the human being that you are. There's an idea, or there's a word that is very popular with people, but I bet to tell you a lot of people don't know the origination of that word, or where that word is coming from, or which group of people on the face of the earth that is coming from. So this word is basically called the chakra, which is referred to the energy centers in our bodies, the different parts of our being. David said, you form the innermost parts of my being, the innermost parts. So they are part of your being that is inside of you. That is not seen with physical eyes or measured with any physical instrument, but this part of you exists in you. And we the Fantis, or we the Akan, we call it your kra. Right? So this popular word chakra, when you break it down, you realize that these are two syllables. Chak and kra. Cha and kra. The cha is basically nothing. I mean, in other places, the cha is even referred to as tea, or the cha, like chai. You know, like a slang, like chai, like no, something like that. Like chai, this is beautiful. Like wow, this is beautiful. So the cha is not really a word. It's just a slang, and it's even a tree, a type of tea tree, right? So now it's left with the word kra. There's no other language on the face of the earth that uses this word kra. There's no. Remember, I said a couple of weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, that our spirituality is the bedrock of every other religion on the face of this earth. Anything anybody knows across the face of this earth is all coming out of our spirituality. Our fathers are the ones that taught every single race, culture, religion on the face of this earth what they know. So you would find traces of our identity in almost every religion, but you would never find them in ours. Doesn't make sense, because they are copying, they are getting what they know from ours and not the other way around. That is why the word chakra has no basis. I mean, 2 syllables, cha and kra. When you break these 2 syllables down, the cha basically means nothing. You can do the search yourself. The kra is a language, and there's only one group of people, to my best of knowledge, maybe other people can say the kra. The only group of people on the face of this earth that uses the word kra is the Akan people. And the word kra means the soul. The word kra also is given to the animal cat. The cat, we call it kra. So we believe very much well that the cat, is a very powerful animal and a very spiritual animal. As a matter of fact, if you have a cat in your house and you treat the cat well, the cat will always protect you spiritually. If there's any death in the air, if there's any attack, if there's any spiritual attack on your life, the cat, if you treat the cat well, the cat would always sacrifice its life for you, because the cat also has a soul. That's why our fathers called the cat kra, and our soul is also called kra. So the cat has a bit of our soul in it. So there's only one language on the face of this earth that basically uses the word kra. When you go and search or Google, the best explanation you find with the word kra is key responsibility areas. It's an abbreviation. To a lot of people, they don't even know what that means. And you would find even that more related to the Indians than to anybody on the face of this earth. But the word chakra is claimed to oftentimes be used by the Indians. But meanwhile, the word kra on its own doesn't make sense in any other language apart from our language, which is the soul. In Akan spirituality, the kra is believed, or without a doubt, is the soul, but it is believed that the kra is of a divine origin. What does it mean? The kra is of a divine origin. What does it mean? It means that the kra is derived from the divine, is given by the Creator himself. You understand? The kra is coming from the divine realm. The kra moved from a dimension and came into this dimension. Remember, I said kra means your soul. So your soul, in our spirituality, we believe without a doubt that your soul is not earthly. Your soul came from a dimension and came to exist here on this earth, and is passing through to another dimension called the Insamaindo. The Insamaindo. And Maya Ensada, the everlasting realm. Ensa means it never finished. Ensa, N-S-A, Insa, not Ensa, Insa, N-S-A, Insamai. I'll come to the breakdowns later, but Insamai means N-S-A, Insa, it never finished, right? Do means a place, a realm, a dimension. Do, or a place, or a venue, or avenue. Right? So in some mind means a nation on its own. A mind, a nation on its own. So in some mind means that we move to an everlasting dimension, an everlasting realm. So in our spirituality, we believe that the kra comes from the divine, comes to inhabit the face of this earth and gets polished over a period of time. How does it get polished? By our deeds, by our actions, by our reactions as well. So the deeds that we do here will determine what kind of life our soul would benefit in the everlasting realm, in Samaindo. So when we say something is in Samai, what does it mean? It means it never ends. You never die. It is for everlasting. So you are moving in this earthly realm, limited dimension, mortal realm, into an immortal dimension, an everlasting, and some mind do. So krano if you trade yampon, nebedru asasi subebobra. Your crown moves from the creator, comes to this dimension to come in, or moves from the divine realm, allowed by the creator, of course, come to this dimension to come in, smoothing out, so prepare, or it's like probation, or a probational realm, that when you pass through this dimension, you move on to the next realm, where you now come into the Ensamaindo. So we don't die. So we get the 3 dimensions of the human body. The nimpedia, nimpa-dia. So this body is a tree. Dia means tree. That is why even in the scriptures it can be likened, a righteous man is like a tree. So this body is a tree, but it's a moving tree. It's a tree that is in the human form. And we have the tree that is in the tree form that are in the forest. But this tree, nimpedia, idiano, saidia, this tree, it moves about. It has mobility. Okay, then we come to the kra, which is your soul. Then we come to your sunsum, which is your spirit. So these 3 make up the human being. Don't mind you, 2 is coming from the dimensions. 1 is coming from the creative force himself, or the creator himself. Another is coming from the creator's realm, or the divine realm. And another is coming from the earthly realm. So the 3 coming together forms the human being. And Akan conforms to the ebusia, moja, blood of his mother, and received the ntoro from his father. These maternal and paternal bonds follows the Akan wherever he or she may travel. And Akan Sunsum is their spiritual and personality, which they develop through their interaction with the world. The Akan conforms to the Busian, which comes from the mother. So in the Akan spiritual, or the Akan tradition, or the Akan culture, every child is connected from the mother, or every child is given to the mother. So the child receives the bloodline from the mother and receives the ntoro from the father. The bloodline, which is in moja, menene bom moja. So when we say menene bom moja, means that I am of the same bloodline. I'm of the same ebusian family. I'm of the same bloodline. But the ntoro is coming from the father. So the ebusian, or the blood, is the maternal, and the ntoro is the paternal. These 2 would follow the Akan child wherever they go. It's a bond that ties the Akan child to the family. It's a bond that ties the Akan child to the lineage he is coming from. And this bond can never be broken. This bond can never be broken. It will follow this Akan child wherever they go, wherever they travel. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter how long you've gone. So long as you are coming from an Akan lineage, you can travel from thousands of years. But the minute you come into the Akan community, with the elders will ask 1, 2, 3 questions. They will immediately know what lineage you are coming from, what bloodline, what tribe. So the Akans, our Akan people, we have our own way of determining the lineage or the ancestry of a child without even having to do your DNA. Now, mind you, I am not against DNA. I am fully for DNA. But I'm saying, if you know that you are an Akan child, when you come back home, immediately the elders are going to ask you a few questions, or even a few questions will be asked you, and we would immediately know exactly which tribe, which lineage, which ebusia, which bloodline you are coming from. So an Akan child Sunsum is the combination of their spirit and their personality. And this spirit and the personality gets developed during the interactions this person or this Akan child has with the world. And this is basic science, because our fathers has always believed that the interaction a child has with the world is that which molds the character, shapes the character, develops the character, matures the character, which is basically consciousness. Your consciousness is developed by the environment you surround yourselves with. You understand? That is why we have something we call hypnotization. When you get your mind hypnotized with a particular information, you grow up, the child grows up to become a particular way. That is why there's a saying that give me a child from 0 to 7 and I will have the child for the rest of his life. What does it mean? It means from 0 to 7 or at most to 9, whatever you tell the child will become exactly that. The child will never deviate from it. The child will never become anything else but exactly that. This is what our fathers believe. So when we say the Sunsum, which is the totality of the child, it builds with time. That character builds with time. So the more the child interacts with this world, the more the child understands this world. Mind you, when a child comes into this dimension, the child does not know this world. No, I'm not talking about literally know as in nowhere to go, nowhere to drink water. No, that's not the kind of know I'm talking about. I'm talking about the child does not understand this world. You are an alien to this world. But with time, as you continue to grow, now you begin to understand how the world operates, because you are coming from a realm which your cra is coming from a realm that things are operated differently. Things move very differently in the realm that we are coming from. The minute we hit this realm, everything becomes new. Now we are being trained again. So what happens to most people is that as they are getting trained, as they are getting taught, as they are getting educated through the systems and the structures of this world, they lose themselves, they lose their spirituality. So they come down here, very spiritual, potent people, come to adapt or associate themselves with the things of this nature and loses their spirituality. Because what? They focus on the things, the material things, the surroundings, the structures they find themselves in, and loses focus of who they are. But it's always in there. It's just kept down. It goes down on the packing order. The intro is the spiritual genetic aspect of the father, which the Akan people believe is passed on to his children. So in the Akan tradition, we believe so much so that the intro is sort of like the seal, the embodiment of the nature of that particular child, which is coming down from the father, the characteristics of the father, which is coming down onto the child. So it's rolling down from the father, then the father passes on. Mind you, the father was once a child. The father picks these characteristics from his father. His father passes on those characteristics to the children. So the intro is what we refer to in the English language as the zodiac signs. And yesterday I spoke a little bit about it. But in our Akan tradition, on our Akan signs, we have the 12 intros. The word is N, you've seen it on the screen already. The word is N-T-O-R-O, intro, which is just the same as the zodiac signs. So tell me the difference between our fathers and the Egyptians. How did our fathers get to know of this intelligence? These 12 intros are considered inherited deities or spirit who govern, guide, and protect the 12 clans patrilineally. So this intro is the one, not, you remember in the Akan tradition, it's not necessarily in the Akan tradition. Our clan system is coming from the mother. So the clan is what we call in turn. The clan is what we call in turn, which is basically originally was 7. The 8th one was added on later, but the original in turn is 7. Okay, yesterday I mentioned them to you. Somebody said I made them laugh because the way I was mentioning it was really funny. I mentioned them to you. If you missed yesterday's video, please go back to yesterday's video. So the matrilineal side is only 7 clans, which recently an 8th one was added to it. It has something to do with one of our chief priests, Okomfo Anoche. His descendants became the 12th tribe, which was recent because he did not have children, biological children. His children came from the rivers. So Okomfo Anoche's children came directly from the rivers, and there were two, a sister and a brother, and they formed the 12th tribe. They formed the 8th tribe. So originally it was 7, which represent the 7 candlesticks, even in your Bibles, which is also what the 7th spirit of the Creator, which is also has a direct connection with the 7 days of the week, which again comes into the 7 energy pact, which is called the chakra, the 7 energy pact. So the Akan have our 12 tribes patrilineally, which is connected directly to the zodiac, and this is impacted by the father. This is carried on by the father. This has nothing to do with the clan or the clan you are coming from matrilineally. The Akan believe that the intro does not die with the father. Instead, it is passed down to the man's children, or if the children are not alive, to his nephew and nieces. The father's intro represents the being of a child until the child comes of age. So this intro is that which protects and governs the child until the child comes of age. The intro is always interconnected with the child's destiny. That is how come when you read the intro, which English says the zodiac, and I told you yesterday, the zodiacs are the disciples of Amen-Ra. They are the 12th servants of Amen-Ra. Our fathers believed in this tradition. How on earth did our fathers get these truths if they never lived in Egypt? If they had never had any association with Egypt? How weird would it be that the science of our forefathers is the same science that they used in Egypt? So the intros is the chi for the zodiac signs. The intro is the chi for the zodiac sign. Next week, I will try to list you in our Akan language how we call each zodiac sign. Okay, next week I'll continue with that. How the Akans call each zodiac sign, and you will know that its meaning is the same with the zodiac signs. The father's intro represents the being of the child until the child comes of age. At this point, the intro, along with the Sunsum and Kra, explains how one interacts with the world. The intro, which is the Sunsum and the Kra. So I told you the Sunsum is the spirit that comes from the Creator, right? The Kra is the soul, the personality itself. That is why your zodiac sign has a direct effect on your life because it's spiritual. So each of these intro is also connected to the elemental beings. This is deep. Each of these zodiac signs or the intro is connected to the elemental beings. The elemental beings are that which controls everything that happens on the face of this earth. So your spiritual self is what is passed on from the father to the child. And it doesn't matter until the child becomes of age and the child decides to reshape and change their intro, their zodiac sign. The child would always become exactly what their zodiac sign is saying. The problem is a lot of people don't even know anything about the intro or the zodiac sign. So they just walk on by. They live their life not even knowing their strength and their weakness and their capabilities, who they are meant to be, who they are here to be. The combination of the two would tell you exactly who and what the child is supposed to do on the face of this earth. Without the two, you can never know. So when anybody is spiritual, the first thing the person does is that the person tries to connect to your soul or connect to your sunsum, which is your spirit. So most people who do healing in the auras, right, what they do is that they check your cry, they check your soul, the aura, the energies around you, and they check your spirit. So the combination of it's like a male and a female energy. When they come together, they produce an aura around you. They produce an aura around you. This is basically telling how strong or weak your energies are. And anybody that has eyes that can see these things, immediately they see you, they go like, I can sense this about you. I can see that you will do this. I can see that you do that. All that they are reading is your kra and your sunsum, your spirit and your soul, which has direct connection to your bloodline. Your DNA is telling you everything about your ancestry, and your spirit is telling you everything about your fathers, which is connected direct to the Creator himself, which is represented by Amen Ra. And Amen Ra's disciples are always ministering, working 24/7 to ensure that you become. Somebody asked the question, can you do anything about your zodiac sign? Can you do anything if your zodiac sign is saying you are this, you are that, you are that? Can you do anything to change it? Of course, yes. Of course. When you hit maturity, now it is up to you to decide, okay, I like this one, I don't like this one, I'm going to do something about this one, I'm not going to do something about this one. That is why our fathers can just meet a young man and know that this young man will be a great husband to their daughter. My father did the same. I remember one of my big sisters, my father wanted this man, he's called Mr. Kwenu, I know he doesn't mind me mentioning his name, become the husband to my sister. And I remember, I personally didn't like it because of certain things I can't say, but eventually this man became the father to my family. He is my father now. He's the father to all of us. How did my father know? Because my father could read from his sunsum and his kra. This combination of the two. If you can access a person's sunsum and kra, you can tell anything the person is here to do. The zodiac is giving you one half of everything the person is. The kra is also giving you one part of everything the person is. So what science is doing, science is only sticking to the kra, the soul. But science has no knowledge about the sunsum because the sunsum is not physical, it's spiritual. The intro is thus explained by Akans to be the father's characteristics and spiritual traits which can be inherited. Thus, it is the cooperation of the father's intro with the mother's blood, moja, ebusia, Inton, which is believed to form the child and mold the child into a human being. This is beautiful. This is science. This is what we call real spirituality. Maybe you didn't hear it. Let me say it again. The intro is thus explained by Akans to be the father's characteristics and spiritual traits which can be inherited. Can be, not definite, but can be inherited. Thus, it is the cooperation of the father's intro with the mother's blood, moja, or ebusia, which is believed to form the child and mold into a human being. So we the Akans believe the father and the mother create the child before science even got to know the whole formation of the sperm coming into and fertilizing the egg. Our mothers, our fathers knew of these signs, believed in these signs before science got to have an idea about what DNA is all about and how you can inherit a character or a trait from an ancestor or a grandparent. Our fathers already knew this science. Our fathers were already operating in this science. Where were they? All these Archimedes and all, where were they? Our fathers fathers were operating in these higher signs. And this is what made Egypt, Egypt. Our fathers made Egypt, Egypt with these signs. And these signs were not lost. A lot of people are saying, oh, the people of Egypt are extinct. You cannot find them. You don't know where. Yes, we are here. We are in the West African district. I'm not going to say it's only the Akans. There are so many tribes around. But of course, I can only speak for the Akans. One day, I will get in touch with the other tribes. And I will allow them also to speak their versions. But I'm only speaking from the Akan side because I'm an Akan too. So the DNA system that science is now trying to copy is the intro system that our fathers knew all this while. Our fathers understood these principles before science. This is the spirituality of your fathers. Listen, this bond between your fathers can never be broken. That is why even DNA can still connect you. See, science is behind. How long has DNA been in the system? But our fathers could always, by the look of your face, by saying 1, 2, 3 statement, they can tell exactly which bloodline you are coming from and which ancestry, which will conform to the DNA system anyways. You see the beauty of our spirituality. Why were these lessons so important to our fathers? Because your soul and your spirit are the only two vehicles, two platforms that you can have access to the spiritual realm, to the spiritual dimension. That is why Spiritual Friday is so important, because every single time I will bring you closer to the awareness that you ought to have. You have lost. The you that you are, you lost it when you came into this dimension, and I'm here to wake that up in you. You understand? These two platforms are the only how you can access the dimensions, the realms. You cannot access the realms with your body. That is why how you look on the outside, your makeup, your dress, your Chanel, all that is useless when it comes to spirituality and science. Science will tell you are wearing Gucci so you have a better health system. No, it's what is going on the inside. Don't forget this lesson today. The combination of your Kra and your Sunsum tells you everything you need to know about who you are. Your spirit, Sunsum, is connected to the zodiac signs, hence connected to the elements. Your soul is connected to your ancestry, your ancestors, where you are coming from. So your ancestries is in your soul, your Kra, your energies, and your Sunsum, which is your spirituality, your spiritual essence, is connected directly to the zodiac, the zodiac, the 12 disciples of Amin-Ra. This is Identity Friday. Please leave your questions underneath. Everyone that supports, everyone that shares, everyone that likes the video, everyone that talks about us, we are growing. We just had a new subscriber. We just had a new subscriber. Listen, welcome, my dear. I don't know whether you're a man or a woman, but welcome to this amazing family. We are building, we are growing, we are doing something that will blow the minds of the world. Bless you, stay blessed, stay connected to spirituality, stay connected to our true spirituality, not what these people are telling us. It's time we tell our own stories on the Melanated Truth. I love you guys. Mwah! Have a great weekend. I'll see you on another beautiful Identity Sunday. Stay blessed. Odumankuma nshiraon. Odumankuma yawon kese. Odumankuma ntintin wana anamonum. No fun one body rufie. Odumankuma mbua. No biara ne nsa no dwuma nyina nkodo. Ni enye kese. Yenyi ni asen dor. One dor nche no nstroma. Stay blessed. I love you guys.